Hello, BookTube. Today I come to you with a tag. It's a tag called the Reading Dilemma tag, created by Mike at Bibliophile Reads, and his video about debuting this tag. It's a original tag made by him. Great channel. Go check him out. And he starts his video saying, "Oh, if you are someone who has a hard time making decisions, this tag's not for you." And I'm definitely not someone who has a hard time. I'm really good at making decisions. I'm really certain about things I like and about things I want. I'm an extremely assertive and sure person. So this tag is gonna be super easy for me. So there are 10 questions, and the first one is buy more books or borrow them. Well, really easy for me because I like to annotate my books. I underline passages and I annotate on the side, and I don't do that obnoxiously like with a neon highlighter. People who use neon highlighters should be drawn and quartered. I use a pencil, like a normal B4 pencil like this, and yeah, I like reading critically. I like having a conversation with the author by writing on the margins, and one of the reasons I really like used books is when the previous owner also used a pencil to highlight things and make notes on the margin, like not obnoxiously gigantic notes in pen, but in pencil. So what happens is that in this case, I'm having a conversation with the author and the last owner, and that is really fun. So I have to buy books. I can't do that. If I do this uh, with a library book, I'll be executed, and rightfully so. Uh, so buy more books. Second question: one amazing book a month or 10 average books? Uh, I prefer one amazing book a month. I'm the perpetual enemy of the average. I like the exceptional, and I have basically no interest in what is average. And I despise the average. I only like the exceptional, and I think that, and what I'm gonna say is extremely harsh, that if you are not if you are not at least going to try to be exceptional, if you're not going to try to be elite, then you don't have the right to try. But if you disagree, feel free to tell me your wrong reasons in the comments. Uh, Third question: finish a book or DNF without guilt? Finishing a book, because part of the reading fun for me is participating in a conversation, in a conversation that is way beyond me, that's happening for a long time and across, not only across time but across continents too. And I basically only read canonical books and important non-fiction books, not only because I like, but because I want to participate in the conversation. And being part of the conversation is also a big part of the fun. So if I DNF the book, I can't be part of the conversation. So if I absolutely hate a book, there is still value for me finishing it, because criticizing it, there's a airplane just flying over my house. I don't know if you can hear it. So yeah, I finish every book because having finished it, I can have fun criticizing it. And I can have fun engaging with people who are also criticizing it, or engaging with people who love the book. The crash of of the crash of analysis is very fun, and it's really good to be part of that. And because I basically only read canonical books, finishing it uh, is also going to be important because it's going to increase what I know and what I can say about the state of the canon, and that's very fun. Fourth question: uh, read alone forever, or only have or only with a book club? Well, considering what I just said, uh, although every reading experience for me is communal because I'm having a critical conversation with the writer. Sometimes I'm wrestling with the writer. Um, for me, community is one of the most important things about reading and writing, about a reading life and cultivating a reading life and cultivating an intellectual life. So yeah, sure, only with a book club. Like I like having people around me who read the books that I read, who are interested in the literature that I am, sharing what I read and what I think about what I read is a cornerstone of reading for me. And reading and listening what other people say about books is also very important for me. So yeah, book club much better than alone. Fifth question: huge home library or unlimited library access? Because well, I like annotating my books and I like revisiting my notes on my books and rereading, sorry, and making notes over my notes from my last read. So it has to be a home library. And I'm not a big fan of having to go places to access my old friends. So no, home library. Question number 6: brand new releases or forgotten classics? Well, in the original definition of classics, that means uh, pagan Greece and Rome. Uh, there cannot be forgotten classics because basically everything was lost. So we have so little that it's not possible for you not to know everything, to read everything. Like it, it's not possible to forget something if there are like, 3 books about it. For example, I really like theater, and 99.999% of every play ever written and staged in the Greek world was lost, completely lost. So, in that definition of classic, there cannot be forgotten classics because there are so little of them. You just you will bump at them at some time or another. But in the current definition of classics, which is like canonical books, well, that's a oxymoron. You cannot have a forgotten canonical book. If it's forgotten, it's not canonical. So yeah, but okay. But yeah, let's pretend the definition forgotten classics makes sense. Of course, I would read the forgotten classics. I don't read new releases, fiction new releases. I read new releases when it comes to nonfiction, like history, science, linguistics, etc. I really I like keeping up with those new releases, but not literature, which is a contradiction because I'm a writer and uh, I'm trying to I'm finishing a novel and I'll try to sell it. But if only people like me existed in the world, nobody would read my book because my book would be a new release. So that's a little bit of a hypocrisy there because I want to be releasing new books, but I never read new books. So yeah, yeah. Uh, that is something that I have to change. It's something that I have to fix. Question number 7: physical books only or only audiobooks? Well, I like reading, and audiobooks are not reading, so I don't. Why would I? Yeah, I only want to read physical books, like real books. The experience of listening is completely different, and I don't like that experience. I only like the experience of actually reading. Like it's so it's an audiobooks are totally different reality that has nothing to do with the reality of reading that I like. So I just don't care. For me, audiobooks can just cease existing. Uh, Question number 8: rereading favorites or reading something new. Rereading. Mm, no, that is the first time that I will uh, actually have a dilemma because uh, right now I would say something new because I haven't read enough. People who know me think I'm a well-read person. I'm not a well-read person, like at all. I'm not. Like I don't think I'm even minimally read. But 20 years from now, uh, when I estimate that I will actually be a well-read person, then I would say reread favorites. But now I haven't read enough to only revisit my favorites. I think most of my favorite books in my life I have not read yet. Question number 9: beautiful editions or cheap reading copies? I don't care about aesthetics, and I think people who really care about it in the context of books uh, are stupid. Like reading is great in itself. It doesn't need aesthetics. It always bothers me when I watch a booktube channel and the shelves in the background are organized by color, forming a rainbow. That is so infantile. That is so uh, it's stupid. It bothers me. I usually cannot keep watching them. So keep reading copies because I'm hard on my books. I open the books, I write on them, I underline them, I go back and forth, I carry my books to everywhere I go. So if I'm not gonna do that with a, and I have lots of books and I'm not a millionaire, so I'm not going to spend £200 in one copy of a book to carry it around and write on it. That makes no sense. So cheap reading copies. Um, Last question. Question number 10. What's the hardest reading decision you ever made? And Mike mentions finishing Moby Dick. That I don't understand that. I love Moby Dick. Moby Dick is one of my favorite books of all time. Uh, Moby Dick is so beautiful, so genius. I don't understand why he says that reading Moby Dick was the hardest decision ever. And for me, the hardest decision ever was to try and learn ancient Greek, and reading the classics that I like so much in ancient Greek, because ancient Greek is hard. It's quite hard. Yeah, yeah. Like uh, I'm confident in, like I can in my day to day I can proficiently read, write, and listen and speak in 3 different languages, and I can force my way in two more, and uh, my Latin is extremely rusty right now. But give me like 6 months, and I can brute force my way through some Latin text. Not like Virgil, but like some more simple stuff. But ancient Greek, like Attic Greek, it's like it's hard. It's really hard. And ancient Greek is like Latin is very inviting. It's quite Latin. Classical Latin is quite welcoming, and it's embracing you. It's like it wants you to come in and enjoy the language and enjoy its literature. in the original form without someone else in the room. That would be the translator. But ancient Greek's not like that. Ancient Greek is like a language that is trying to trick you. It's trying to it's trying to con you. it there is the traditional joke that ancient Greek has one regular verb, lya, which means unbind, which is almost useless. The concept of unbind in ancient Greek and the and the rules, the conjugation rules that you learn by studying lya, it's not gonna help you much. So it's a language that is trying to trick you. It's a language of exceptions and of irregularities, and it has so many different grammatical things for stuff that you just didn't know existed, because in English and modern languages, you have like an entire sentence to say one thing, just to say a thing that in ancient Greek you say in a word, and the word is actually saying three different things at the same time, and and the word order in Greek is just, you need a different parameter to understand word order in ancient Greek. Like, because in Latin, word order is free. You can just, because nouns have declensions, you can just like put words whenever you where you want. But for stylistic purpose, you usually put the verb in the end. So you can say that for stylistic purpose in classical Latin, the basic sentence structure is SOV, subject object verb. But in ancient Greek, that type of analysis doesn't work. You need a completely new analysis paradigm to understand the word order in ancient Greek. And I cannot explain to you because I don't understand it either. I just know it's different. So yeah, try to read ancient Greek authors in ancient Greek. That was the hardest reading decision in my life. And I do intend to get much better at it, and maybe in a few years I'll be able to read my beloved Aristophanes in ancient Greek. But so far, there is no one in the world that knows ancient Greek less than I do. I'm the worst ancient Greek learner and speaker that ever existed. The only people who know less than I do are people who know nothing about ancient Greek. So yeah, that was the tag, the book, the Reader's Dilemma tag. And thank you, BookTube.